She is an eternal flower that grows in my broken heart. I've mentioned my grandmother to you on several occasions. I've got some of her ashes in an ornate tea tin, which my family kindly sent over. I had a look inside, took out a nail, and closed it up again. There was a certificate which came too. I threw it away with the nail. She may be reduced to ashes, but not to paperwork. She always believed in me. We used to have warm cups of tea together and toast smeared with lots of butter and bitter orange marmalade. She was everything I want to be: generous, kind, happy-go-lucky. She never wanted anything for herself. I always remember my mum saying about her that she'd give you the shirt off her back. She had this great big gramophone in the living room, and among her records was one by a German singer boy with blonde hair. I always used to ask her to put it on. "Let's listen to the German boy, Nan." And we would sit and listen to the songs together on Saturday afternoons of endless summers. I've only 2 videos of her. In one, she's giving a message to my children, and in the other, the sound was very low, so I put a song over it. The song was "For You" by Dean Martin, whom she loved. She herself had a nice singing voice. But I have lots of photos. In photos, the voices say whatever you want them to. She was born in 1921 on the 8th of November in the Westphalian town of Hereford. One of 6, second from youngest. She really loved her mother, who died when my grandmother was 18. A stepmother came along, and she was awfully stiff and nothing like who she was replacing. It really broke my grandmother's heart. She met a Royal Signals Corporal, Derek Gunnell, at the barracks in Hereford. They had my mum. They got married and came to England, where she and the baby lived in a 2-up, 2-down terrace in Essex Street, since redeveloped, with the in-laws. My granddad, one of 6 boys, was up at the Catterick garrison. She got on with things as best she could. She had to learn the language on her feet, and new customs. People would stop her in the street to remark on the strange foreign pram she pushed up and down Surrey Street. There was her girl in it, apple-faced only child. My grandmother became a lovely mother too. I remember her bicycle, big and black. She would stand it under the line of silver birches next to our house. She'd be only halfway up the invisible drive when our dog would start bawling. He'd come skidding through the kitchen and bound out of the side door and go bundling into her legs. She really made a fuss over him. She never lost her strong German accent, and people found it charming. She was the life and soul of the party. I remember after my granddad's cremation, we were all upstairs at Neville Funeral Directors, where the white buffet table stood along the far wall, and we gathered round her and listened to her stories about Derek. I can't describe how it feels to write these things. Words can disserve feelings. I can hear her voice. I can smell her lavender clothes. I can see her watery blue eyes. I can taste the bitter marmalade of our teas together. I can feel her warmth as she hugs me like there isn't a tomorrow. And then, one day, there wasn't.